what's going on, guys? Vasyl Lomachenko versus Nicholas Axeman Waters. They getting it on this week, man. They getting it on. Um, this is definitely a 50-50 fight. I don't think it's a 50-50 fight in the mind of Lomachenko. For some reason, he's talking about fighting Manny Pacquiao. I mean, what's that? Another 15 pounds? You talk about fighting Manny Pacquiao. Wow, he's got a lot of confidence. So I don't think he lacks confidence, nor does Nicholas, Axeman Waters. Pretty much they're just coming up to this division, the super featherweight division. Anyway, man, it's hard to make a decision on this fight, man. It's hard to predict this fight. I mean, Lomachenko, he's a southpaw. He got that advantage. They call him high tech. 7 professional fights, 1 loss. The only belt he's ever held was the WBO belt. So, I mean, what names he got? The names he has fought was Orlando Salido, Rocky Martinez, and Gary Russell Jr., untested prospect, who later on went on to get a belt. You know what I'm saying? Man, my mind is saying, go ahead, pick Lomachenko. He's the sexy pick. It seems like a lot of people are going with Lomachenko because he's been anointed as the next best thing since sliced bread. But my gut is telling me that Axeman is going to pull it out, man. Axeman is going to pull it out. And the reason why I say this is because Lomachenko hasn't gone against, the best opponents out there, okay? I think the only reason why Vasyl Lomachenko and Nicholas Axeman Waters are facing each other is because they got the same promoter, right? This is an in-house fight with Bob Arum. Other than that, I don't think Vasyl Lomachenko will be fighting Nicholas Axeman Waters. I mean, he said he got confidence and stuff like that. I know he's got confidence, but, then again, he's under contract. Last time out, I guess money was an issue. Nicholas wanted some more money. I guess he's just taking what he can get right now because it's always been a year since his last fought. But I'm gonna have to say, man, that Axeman Waters, I'm gonna take him at his word. He seems more respectful of Vasyl Lomachenko. Lomachenko seems to overlook his opponents and their skill sets, and I think that's why he lost to Orlando Salido, man. I saw him in the pre-fight, video, just before he fought Orlando Salido, and he said, "Yeah, I'm a bit cocky," and stuff like that. And we know what happened in that fight. Orlando Salido, he wasn't great in that fight, man. He wasn't great. All he did was pretty much the basics. He just stayed on the inside and worked Lomachenko's body. And as much as Lomachenko moved around and everything like that, Orlando Salido pretty much just stuck to his body, worked on the inside. And that's one thing Lomachenko, doesn't have. Outside of spinning somebody, I seen him in one fight when Rocky Martinez, he was spinning Rocky Martinez. Looked good, you know what I'm saying? But Rocky Martinez is not that great of a boxer, a fighter, and not like that. Not to downgrade him or anything like that, because he just beat Orlando Salido, but he's not the most technically gifted fighter. You know what I'm saying? I sort of wonder about him, like how's he beating people? You know what I'm saying? I was like, you know what I'm saying, when I see him fight, because he looked really sloppy, you know. But yeah, man, in that Orlando Salido fight, I noticed Orlando Salido just stayed on Lomachenko's chest. And Lomachenko was really worried about a good punch that Nicholas Walters has. That's the uppercut. That was the one punch he was worried about when he was facing Orlando Salido. And you know how Orlando Salido throws punches. You never really know whether it's going up to the body or up to the head when he starts bobbing his head trying to get on the inside. You know that's how he fights. And he throws those hooks. So that's where he throws uppercuts and hooks. And just like Roy Jones said in his commentary, those are hard to see. And so you know who's really good at that. Working in on the inside with the shoulder roll, actually. And really does a good job ripping to the body and throwing uppercuts. Especially when you least suspect it. You don't even have to be in the clinch. He doesn't even have to be up next to you for him to throw an uppercut. And that's Nicholas Axeman Waters, man. Look at the Jason Sosa fight. I was looking at that fight. You know, that fight ended up being a draw. I thought Nicholas Axeman Waters won. But, you know, he was coming up in weight or whatever like that, you know. But he did his thing, you know. He did his thing. And he was working in on the inside. He had the high guard up, used his jab, bobbed and weaved. And, put his shoulder on Jason Sosa. He was muscling Jason Sosa. Jason Sosa is a big dude, man. This dude is currently right now a champion. Number one at super featherweight after destroying Javier Fortuna. Oh, I'm over exaggerating, maybe destroying, but he beat him. I don't see Javier Fortuna even ranked anymore, which is kind of odd, but anyway, long story short, I was thinking about, Nicholas Axeman Waters, his footwork, man. I was thinking about his footwork. I was like, man, he got sort of squared up a couple times versus Jason Sosa. I was like, man, he got kind of squared up. He got squared up against Nito Dernier. We got a little happy. And you know what happened with that, man? He almost got John Blazed and whatnot. But I think he's going to have a lot. But, Lomachenko, he's not a big puncher. You know what I'm saying? I know he knocked out Rocky Martinez and stuff like that, but the dude has a 57% knockout ratio. Nicholas Walters, he's got a 78% knockout ratio. On average, Lomachenko throws more punches than most of the guys in his weight class. On average, Nicholas Walters throws 3 to 4 more jabs on average than guys in his weight class. So, lands them. He lands them. So, on average, he lands a lot of jabs, and that's going to be the key, spacing, because it turns out that Nicholas Axeman Waters has 8-inch reach advantage on Lomachenko. 8 inches, bro. 8 inches. 8 inches. And I want y'all to go ahead and look at seconds out with Radio Raheem. Look at seconds out with Radio Raheem, bro. Look how taller, Axeman Waters is supposedly an inch taller than Vasyl Lomachenko. But if you look at the Radio Raheem interviews, Vasyl Lomachenko looks like he's about 2 or 3 inches shorter than Nicholas Waters. Okay, they not side by side or anything like that. I'm just saying, like when Nicholas Axman Waters is talking to Radio Raheem just got his head down. When he's talking to Vasyl Lomachenko, it looks like Radio Raheem is bent over a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? Dude doesn't even look like he's at his chest. At least Axman's Waters' face was above, Radio Raheem's sternum. Above the dude's chest, a little bit more above his chest plate. And it looked like for Vasyl Lomachenko, like the crown, the top of his head was at, Radio Raheem's chest plate, so sternum, So I'm like, oh man, this dude. Well, I mean, wait to the weigh-in, man. Wait to the weigh-in. You're gonna see a real size difference, and that was the issue in that Orlando Salido fight, man. It was the size. Size was the difference. Size was the difference, man, because you know what Orlando Salido did. He came in at 147 pounds. This fight is at 130. Nicholas Axman Waters, lost his belt on the scale. Didn't he? What weight class was he fighting at? Wasn't that super featherweight? Yeah, he couldn't. And he already moved up in weight. Yeah, I guess Miguel Mariaga, whatever like that. Yeah, we saw. You saw what happened, man. He lost his belt on the scales. Supposed to been coming in, what? 130 pounds? No, he's supposed to be coming in 127 pounds. He couldn't make the weight, man. Came in 127. Yeah, he's pulling 126. He couldn't make the weight. Looks like he barely made the 130 with Jason Sosa. So, anyway, I'm gonna have to go with Axman, man. I'm gonna have to go with Axman. I just got this gut feeling that I got this feeling, man. I'm gonna take him at his word that he's gonna knock out Lomachenko, man. The dude's got the jab, he's got the uppercut, he's got an inside game. His stance is kind of long. I think it will allow him the opportunity to cut off the ring. If you see his workouts with his father, he does reactive mitts. He's always ready to punch. He's always ready to punch. And his defense, and I think they mentioned that, man. They mentioned at the Jason Sosa fight how he's a good counter puncher. Yes, he's a good counter puncher. And like I said, he always does his reactive mitts with his father. You see everything he does with his father when they're on the mitts. It's more of reacting to an opponent punching. You know what I'm saying? If you look at it, it's not really him doing like any kind of combination or nothing like that. It's his father like throwing a couple punches, and Waters, letting off a combination and stuff like that. So I ain't saying Lomachenko can't do it either, but yeah, Lomachenko doesn't have an inside game. His foot movement is not all that great, and I think his equality of opponents is not all that great. Even though Gary Russell, Russell's pretty much flat-footed, man. He's got fast hands. Other than that, he's a flat-footed fighter. And Orlando Salido, he's I ain't knocking him though. I ain't knocking Orlando Salido. It's just that, man, he ain't face no Axman Waters though. He ain't face no Axman Waters. So y'all let me know what y'all think, man. I probably ran it on a little bit too long, man. Just thinking about it, I was just like, I don't know. I could see Lomachenko pulling out a decision, but he's gonna have to be dancing all night. He can't stand still. Not 1 minute. He can't stand still 1 minute of that fight. Else he's going to get John Blaze. All right, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think. All right, bye.